When I say Anna Marie's Alliance, several thoughts may enter your mind. You may think of the shelter. You may think of donating toilet paper or diapers. You may think of writing a check. But what really happens inside the shelter? What is the work we do? The majority of our work with victims is done by the advocates of Anna Marie's Alliance. When we talk about the advocate work, we mention orders for protection, court proceedings, resources, referrals, housing, and the children. But what about the human work? What do advocates do to help victims with the pain, the trauma? Listen to Cotton Petters, an advocate with Anna Marie's Alliance, describe her work.
I chose this line of work because many years ago, my 2 children and I ended up living here, and Anna Marie's Alliance saved our lives, and I want to give back. The best part of my job is when I'm working with a woman who up until this point has been looking and sounding and feeling totally defeated, just no hope, and you'll start talking about something and a little spark will come into her eye or a little turn up at the corner of the mouth or something, and you realize that she's got a little spark of hope, and you just know she's going to make it. It's wonderful. It absolutely does save lives, Sandy. Anna Marie's Alliance saved my life and my children's lives. It saves lives every day.
Our work is often difficult, overwhelming, and complicated. But advocates like Cotton do this work every day because they know it is important. They know it makes a difference. They know it saves lives. Just like the women who started Anna Marie's Alliance 40 years ago. How can we transform our work and our communities so we prevent the violence? Our executive director, Charles Hempeck, has a bold vision to create a community that is free of violence.
Well, what makes me get up in the morning is just knowing the impact that we have on individuals' lives. So the pivots that we've been looking at Anna Marie's Alliance is really about putting more emphasis on prevention and education. Now, we've always done that since we started back in 1978, but really the Center for Family Peace is a building and it's a tool that we're going to use, and that's going to allow us to engage with the community in a deeper way, more meaningful way, kind of pull back the curtain in a sense, invite them to come into our space, talk about prevention, talk about education, talk about how we as a community can reduce and ultimately end domestic violence. The pivots that we want to make at Anna Marie's Alliance are really twofold. One, we want to invite people into our space more, and that's part of what the Center for Family Peace does. It creates separation of the shelter and a kind of a public space, so people can come in and see what we're doing and have those conversations, do prevention, education work, and still keep the residents with the shelter confidential. Well, when I hear Anna Marie's Alliance saves lives, it's true, because I've had people tell me that, and I take them at their word. And I know that when a person decides to leave the abusive situation, that's the most dangerous time for them. And that's the most likely time when domestic violence homicides happen, is when there's going to be a separation or anticipated separation. And so knowing that we're going to need emergency shelter to keep people safe, and we have our safety protocols in place at the shelter to help ensure that. And I know that it makes a difference. Anna Marie's Alliance saves lives.
Our visions are big and audacious, but we believe in our community, and Charles will lead the organization and transform our work. We believe we can make a difference and make this community a safe place for everyone. We believe we can save lives. We cannot do this work alone. We need your help. Can you volunteer? Can you write a check? Can you send our staff a thank you note? Can you bring us toilet paper? Can you help us fundraise? Can you help us tell our story? We need all of these things and many more that I have not mentioned or even thought of. Our work is a lot of work, but if we all do it together, we can change lives. When I say the words Anna Marie's Alliance, I hope you will remember. Anna Marie's Alliance saves lives, and you can too.